So, as we go into the new year, let's clarify some things, or at least be clear on some things. There is no race war in the world. There has not been a race war in the world. There has been a class war that has used race, gender, uh, sexual preference, or sexuality to marginalize certain groups. And that is the 1%. The 1%. It has always been a class war, and we have always been manipulated against each other. You know, the assault on Black Wall Street is seen as the greatest racist, the greatest race war thing that ever happened. It wasn't a race war. It was Black Wall Street. It was to keep black people from getting ahead. The word gentrification has come to mean making places, filling people with white people to drive out black people. That's not what gentrification means, though. The origins were the landed gentry made the area suitable for landed gentry people, and then the peasants had to move. But then the system tries to keep the black people in the peasant role and keep them down. So then gentrification does come to mean the white people move in to drive out the black people, but it's the rich white people. It's not the poor white people. Bubba and Cletus ain't moving in and driving anybody out. It's Winston and preppy names, that kind of thing. Thurgood, these kind of people are moving in. It has always been a class war, and in the United States, the class war people got so good at brainwashing the lower class people, as they've done throughout human history. Now we have the richest man in the world using Twitter. I'm sorry. Well, no, it's Twitter as a brainwashing platform for political means, and actually brainwashed enough American people to actually take an election and now become president. Elon Musk, President Elon Musk. The rich are running the country. Even if Elon Musk gives Trump a cabinet position, it's still billionaires, and Trump filled his cabinet with billionaires. We have the people that started the class war, that ran the class war, that are the class war, running the war. Good job, 50% of America, but I understand you were brainwashed by the rich. It has always been that way. We have always been pitted against each other. One group of marginalized people against another group of marginalized people, and the people that are manipulating us against each other are always the 1%. It's always the rich. They're always in control of the media. Now, they're in control of social media. So, get your priorities straight. Focus on the actual battle. The way they win is having us fight a bunch of other battles that don't actually exist. Today, with regard to the NOAA, that's college sports, they had a hearing about the threat of trans athletes, and they asked the guy, how many trans athletes are there in the United States? And the answer was less than 10. But that culture war has ruled a whole bunch of ignorant rednecks to vote against themselves, to put themselves into more poverty, to destroy their farms, destroy their education, destroy their economy, to try and get cheaper eggs. We're going to have way more expensive eggs. Everything's going to be more expensive the way it's going because the rich don't care. Trump never had to worry about the price of eggs, neither did Elon Musk or any of the people that Trump's putting in his cabinet. There's never been a race war. It's a class war. It's always been a class war. Anybody tries to divide you in anything other than a class war is your enemy. They're against you. They are brainwashed. They are brainwashed by the status quo, by the bourgeoisie, by the people in power, by the 1%. They are brainwashed. They are brainwashing you into hating somebody else who is not higher than you, who is not a threat to you, who has no impact on your life. Who has impact on your life? The rich have impact on your life. They're ruling the world and they're ruining the world, and they will destroy this world. And I always remember a CEO of Mobil several years ago was asked, what do you think, about your children, your grandchildren, the world that you're going to live in by continuing to pollute while we've got climate change? He says, well, my dear, if you're going to be sailing on the Titanic, it's a good idea to have the best berth, the best room for you that are not nautical. If you're going down on the Titanic, might as well have the best room. That's the way these people think of the world, think of you, think of the things that are important to people like me. That I'm a pagan. I worship Mother Earth beyond all other things. I recognize that we have personifications of gods and goddesses that we revere, but the core of where they came from are universal and natural forces, nature and the cosmos. They are personifications of those forces that we have given a name and an image to, that we call this goddess, that goddess, what have you. The whole is much larger than that. And I waited till 7 minutes to, say that part, because that's really important. But, most people don't stay tuned for 7 minutes. But those of you that did, hey, comment that you did. I want to hear from you people more than the people that couldn't concentrate past 60 seconds, because they're lost, and they are why America has become brainwashed. Most of my young life, I hid under my desk several times a week, doing what they called a duck and cover drill, because we were scared that the Russians were going to nuke us any day. And then one day we made peace with the Russians, and then one day, about 2016, 19, somewhere, when Trump got elected the first time, the Russians destroyed this country without firing a shot. Kudos, Putin, but fuck you. Uncle Bert Chow.